ONETV Special Report.
We will also host the National Fire Olympics. Thank you, Director Tradio of the Bureau of Fire. And we are now in exploratory talks to host the Binibining Pilipinas Universe 2026. In economic growth and development, on our desire ngang misamis nun magpuyong malambuon. Despite national and global challenges, Misamis Occidental economy has demonstrated resilience and continued growth. According to the Philippines Statistics Authority latest report, the province recorded a 7.5 economic growth rate in 2024, faster than the 6.6 growth posted in the previous year. Our gross domestic product was valued at 136.77 billion, higher than the 127.21 billion recorded in 2023, and it accounted for 13.1% of the region's total gross domestic product. Misamis Occidental is now ranked 5th among the 27 provinces in Mindanao with the highest gross domestic product. Holds the highest per capita GDP in northern Mindanao among provinces, and is the 15th most competitive province in the Philippines. In terms of local revenues, Misamis Occidental was recognized among the top 8 provinces in the entire Philippines under the category of year-on-year growth in 2024, with 53.54% increase, making it the only province in Mindanao to land in the top 10 category. In 2023, the province ranked 5th in the same category. Ibig sabihin, treasurer, bumaba tayo. So, kailangan we have to bounce back this 2025. On agriculture, our farmers remain the backbone of our province. When I assumed office in 2022, we introduced reforms in our agricultural statistics to ensure accuracy of data in order to address gaps and provide realistic interventions. We were able to identify 7,190.20 hectares of rice lands, of which 6,106 hectares were found as productive areas, and validated 11,836 actual farmers from the original 19,000 list of farmers. Through our ASENSO Rice Farmers Fall Assistance Program that provides rice farmers with free support services from land preparation, production, seedlings, fertilizers, pinaghatian na natin. No? Yung fertilizer na binigay ng Department of Agriculture dahil kulang, dinagdagan na ng provincial government. So, full fertilizer assistance na, including post-harvest facilities to marketing we were able to improve rice productivity in the province as we already reached an average yield of 5.33 metric tons per hectare during the last two cropping season of this year, higher than the national yield. Our ARFFAP program has been complemented by the establishment of our ASENSO, MISAMIS, Occidental rice processing centers in Buena Vista, Oroquita City for District 1 and in Santa Cruz, Tangub City for the 2nd District. A multi-stage rice mill equipped with state-of-the-art components which have also helped our farmers access to modern milling facilities with high-quality milled rice at no cost at all from the farmers. Thank you, DA Secretary Francisco Laurel Jr. and Director Apollo Pacamalan. Pero kahit nagpasalamat ako, sir, may utang ka pa. May 3 ka pang pangako for this year. In support to President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. call to lower the price of rice, we pioneered in Mindanao the establishment of Baratong Bugas para sa Misamis nun. BBM rice program sold at 20 pesos per kilo in our established Kadiwa centers. Director, all 14 and 3 cities have now Kadiwa centers in the province of Misamis Occidental. Our local rice farmers, we bought this rice from them at 2 pesos higher than the trader's price. And this BBM price rice is augmented by the National Food Authority through the Food Terminals Incorporated, thanks to FTI President Joseph Lo and NFE Administrator Larry Del Rosario Lacson, who visited us here for the program. Looking forward, we need to step up and strengthen other areas of agricultural productivity, including corn and high-valued crops, as well as revitalize our coconut industry as a means to increase the contribution of the agriculture sector to our GDP. In line with our proposed establishment of an integrated coconut processing facility. Sir Director, ito pa yung utang mo. We are still working it out. We must ensure a coconut supply to meet with future demand. We have learned that some of the coconut supply for Peter Paul Coconut Processing Plant in Plaridel and cocoa harvest in Osami City comes from other provinces. Therefore, we must produce more coconuts within our province because the demand is high. To this end, we have collaborated with the Philippine Coconut Authority for the provision of 1 million coconut seedlings, with PCE committing to deliver 25% of the seedlings by the end of the year. PCE, ma'am, hanggang ngayon, November na, hindi pa dumating yung pangako nyo. Mayroon tayong 2 buwan na gagawin natin. Secretary Magnos is smiling. He can help us follow it up with our Philippine Coconut Authority. Trade and industry. To further strengthen our economic performance in the province, we will continue to strongly collaborate with our partner agencies such as DTI and DOST in delivery of programs for our micro, small, and medium enterprises who largely comprise our business community. To date, we have 171 unique MSMEs have been actually grown and strengthened by the DTI out of the 4,672 unique MSMEs assisted from July 2022 to September 2025. These MSMEs were fully provided with various services and initiatives including skills and upgrading trainings, entrepreneurship, and financial literacy. Thank you to RD Ruel Paclipan and Provincial Director Los Galda. With the establishment of the DOST Innovation Hub in Misamis Occidental, which was launched during our hosting of the Regional Science, Technology, and Innovation Week last October 2025 with Secretary Renato Solido gracing the occasion, we have created a collaborative space for innovation in science and technology. The facility serves as a center of collaboration and creativity, providing a conducive space for our students, researchers, aspiring entrepreneurs, and local innovators to explore and develop transformative ideas in technology and science. Tourism. Tourism continues to be a bright spot in our development agenda as we envision to become a tourism and investment hub in Mindanao with the opening of the Panghitabo Bridge project on September 27, 2024. We have observed a significant increase in tourist arrival in the province. Records show that a total of 1,716,897 tourists visited in the province in 2024, 117% higher than the tourist arrival in 2023, which were only 791,863. Our ASENSO Global Gardens also continues to draw tourists in 2024. We recorded 119,765 guests with 55% increase after the opening of the Panghitabo Bridge. Our Maldives-inspired ASENSO Misamis Occidental Recreation and Adventure Park, Inland and Ocean Villas is now 90% complete. The 6-story hotel is still under construction. 2 restaurants have just begun construction, one at the Dolphin Island and another at the Ocean Villas. Currently, we are in the process of furnishing the villas and establishing the business structure in preparation for its expected opening next year. We will also pursue the development of Visto, which includes a golf course and sports facilities, and the development of the Dolphin White Sand Island. The ASEAN Chess Tournament, which will start today, will be conducted in the area. Moving ahead, we plan to develop more tourism destinations to attract a greater number of visitors to the province. This includes the coastal and mountain tourism development in the 1st District, comprised of the municipalities of Baliangao, Plaridel, Lupisaina, Sapang-Dalaga, Calamba, and Concepcion. Some of the key projects under the initiative include the improvement and construction of the Esplanade and Santo Niño Shrine in Lupisaina, the development of Babaon Island in Plaridel, the enhancement of the Baliangao Protected Landscape and Seascape, the Yor River Peak Viewpoint, and development in Sapang-Dalaga and Baliangao, the ASENSO Siloy Water Sports Eco Park in Calamba, featuring the construction of a 186-meter wakeboarding facility and the Sapang-Dalaga Cable Car Project and the Giban Ecotourism Improvement in Concepcion, among others. In the implementation and operation of all our flagship projects, a reliable 24/7 power supply is essential to ensure uninterrupted services. We will continue to work closely with our partner electric cooperatives, MOELC-1 and MOELC-2. We are pleased to note that through our vigorous efforts, they have improved their management and reduced the cost of electricity. The rate for MOELC-1 has decreased from 18 pesos per kilowatt hour to 12.25 centavos per kilowatt hour, and for MOELC-2 from 17 pesos to 11.31 pesos per kilowatt hour. Infrastructure and connectivity. Infrastructure development is the lifeline of a progressive MISAMIS Occidental, driving growth, connectivity, and opportunity for all. We have implemented a total of 4.09 billion of infrastructure projects locally funded, which includes the construction of the ASENSO MISAMIS Occidental Medical Center, the AMORAP, roads, water systems, multipurpose buildings, and other infra-projects. Our provincial infrastructure programs has grown even stronger through the unwavering support of our representatives in Congress, through the efforts of our three representatives, Congressman Jason Almonte, Congressman Ando Oaminal, and Congressman INDY Oaminal. Massive investments became possible because of our strong collaboration and partnership among our local officials, the 14 municipalities and 3 cities. Kini kung magpakita ta sa atong panagtibanabangay, tanan walay imposible alang sa kalambuan sa Misamis Occidental. Congratulations to our local officials. In previous year, we vigorously pursued approval of our proposed PRDP road projects with estimated cost of more than 1 billion to further strengthen agricultural productivity and rural connectivity. This year, 2 projects is now under implementation. The concreting of Panalsalan, Cartagena, Losaran, Dampalan, Macalibre, Alto Road in the municipalities of Plaridel and Lupisaina, costing 120 million pesos. And the Paypayan, Binuangan, Sinote, Clarence Settlement, Farm to Market Road of the city in Oroquita in the amount of 200 million pesos. We will continue to push for the realization of the remaining projects which are now nearing the final phase of the approval process, such as the concreting of Sinara Bajo, Sinara Alto in Jimenez, costing 288,945,000, the landing Losot del Pilar Magsaysay Farm to Market Road in Balyangao, costing 150,549,000, the concreting of San Isidro Matugas Alto Malibaksan Farm to Market Road in Jimenez in the amount of 432,939,000. Director Pacamalan, huwag mo akong iwanan dito. Pangako mo yan na this year maaprubahan itong lahat. Of course, we are achieving a higher success rate now because Secretary Magno, our visitor, is also helping us facilitate for the approval of our PRDP projects to Secretary Laurel of the Department of Agriculture. To keep us abreast on technological advancement, we will be partnering with the Department of Information and Communications Technology, DICT, for the materialization of our proposed digital infrastructure project that includes establishment of a provincial fiber backbone and provincial Wi-Fi fiber optic network, which is vital for our connectivity, innovation, and the delivery digital products and services. The director of the DICT is here. Usapan na namin, dapat matuloy na ito. No? This is a partnership in terms of funding also from the provincial government and the DICT. And, sige, palakpak muna kayo para mag-materialize yan. Finally, in our infrastructure project, the modernization of our airport. First term ko pa yan as congressman, 2016. Hindi natapos. That was just 1.1 billion pesos. Natapos yung runway phase 1, pero yung passenger terminal building ay hindi naumpisahan. That is already 12 years in pending implementation. I said, because the problem of the time was the site acquisition. Naglisod ta pagkumbinsi sa mga tag-iya sa yuta nga ilang mahatag ang maong lote yuta at the price prevailing on that year, which resulted to the expropriation proceedings. Finally, the court resolved and expedited and now decided the case in favor of the government so that the passenger terminal building will now start constructing next year. The one nga inyong nakita karon. Nasayod ko nga medyo apiki na ang atong current passenger terminal building. Thank you, Judge Montederamos, for expediting the resolution of the case. Although the price last 2016 for the acquisition of that site was only 125 million. But because that was 12 years back, ang price medyo taas na. May abot na og 600 million pesos. Apan dili ta mabalaka mga kaigsonan, with the support of President Bongbong Marcos, the Director General of the KAAP, Director General Raul del Rosario, together with the Undersecretary of Aviation and Airports of the DOTR, Yusik Jim Sejongko, with Deputy Director General Attorney Dan Lucas. They were here, they visited last month. Mora og nagdalag good news kay ang kulang pundo na tagaan na og allocation, and then ang atong kantidad last 2016, that building only cost 285 million. Now it will cost 600 million to include the tube. Kay ato sang gusto nga maka-appeal na punta og airport nga inig sulod ato sa eroplano, di na ta moagi sa rampa, no? Pinaagi sa tube. The balance of 300 million, including the improvement, the asphalting of our runway, which cost another 600 million na tagaan na og pondo, and the full completion of our airport modernization will start next year. Thank you also to Congressman Ando for providing additional 300 million from the DPWH funds that he was able to secure. Good governance in the implementation of our programs and projects, we always adhere to the principles of good governance. One of its key principles is accountability, being answerable to the people who work hard, pay their taxes, and trust us to use public funds wisely. That is why we share and fully support the sentiments and outrage of the Filipino people, especially regarding the current issue of corruption in flood control projects. I heard Bishop Homoad in his homily during the Mass celebrated sa Fiesta sa Oroquita, which has become a national concern. In fact, the President himself has created the Independent Commission for Infrastructure to investigate these issues. In the last RDC meeting, Acting Chairman, Director Myla of the DIPD had announced that in Region 10, there is no ghost projects. In our province, we are proud to say also that there are no ghost projects.